Yeah, I know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready, had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention, nigga.
Welcome to a brand new episode of another Shitty Podcast. It's your boy John, my co-host Brittney, and we are here. We're gonna start the episode with some sad news. Fortunately, in the acting world, we lost actor who, for most people, probably mostly know him for his role in Goodfellas, but he's been in plenty of movies and TV shows. Like he's made plenty appearances like throughout my lifetime in movies and shows. But we're gonna send our condolences to Paul, R.I.P. Paul Sorviano, and our condolences to his family. But yeah, for most people that we all, especially our generation, we all watch Goodfellas and we've seen him on Goodfellas. So and it's crazy. A few months back, Ray the older passed, and that's another cast member. That was another person that was on Goodfellas. But so some sad news. Now we're gonna transition. So Rolling Loud happened. Rolling Loud Mind Game took place this past weekend. Rolling Loud, and we've had some interesting stories. Rolling Loud this past weekend. We're gonna start with the main thing. Kanye was set to perform, but he was replaced by Kid Cudi because Kanye said he wasn't gonna perform. So then Kid Cudi became the headliner in Kanye's place. Kid Cudi comes to perform. He's getting ready to start the track. He gets rocked with a water bottle, angers him. Then he basically tells the fans, yo, you throw one more piece of, you throw some shit at me, throw something else. I'll dead ass leave. And ignorant fans said, fuck it, chuck some other shit, and he walked out. And as he's walking out, other fans in the midst of it, was throwing stuff. You also heard crowd, also in the video, you hear fans because obviously there's fans that really wanted to see him perform. So right. I just feel like it's an unfortunate situation, and it sucks that one person ruined it. For the rest of the people, especially, I know people pay money for these tickets too, so it's like, y'all lost your first, I'm gonna let you think, y'all lost your first headliner, and then someone was willing to substitute because the other headliner backed out. He stepped in, and that's how that treated him. It's messed up, but that's it. What did I say?
Was it really an even trade? Like, okay, I'm not condoning for people throwing water at any performer, right? I promise you, I'm not with that. But if I paid, okay, let's be honest, because you're a Kanye fan, right? Let's say you pay money to go see Kanye, right? Or then suddenly Kanye drops out, and now you bought these tickets solely to see Kanye, right? Because you are a Kanye fan, right? Am I wrong? Okay. Then you find out it's Kid Cudi.
I don't know. I could be objective in this. I'm a fan of Kid Cudi. But I can see. I see
but he's no. But even though you're a fan of Kid Cudi, he's not Kanye.
Yes, I could agree that he's
and
not.
You would be upset. Am I wrong?
No, me.
I'm not saying.
No, but I get the point. Other fans, yes. Other fans would be upset. But I would probably still be happy. Like, oh no, my guy Kid Cudi. I'm a fan of Kid Cudi.
You would not, but you would not be as happy.
I'll tell you the truth. I would be disappointed if I go to a show to see Kanye. I pay right now. Kanye gonna be. I pay. Okay, I'm gonna go see Kanye, and he gets replaced. I would be disappointed. I'd be like, damn, Kanye ain't show up. But I'm telling you, in this instance, I'll still be good because I'm actually a fan. If it was somebody that I really don't listen to, I'll be a little more frustrated. It's like,
but what I'm saying to you is, they're not on the same level. Even if you do listen to Kid Cudi music, which I don't, but even if you did listen to Kid Cudi music, it's not on the same page as Kanye. It's not like they said, okay, we can't have, huh?
Well, I said it's two different tiers. Kanye is on the higher tier than Kid Cudi.
Right. It's not like they said, okay, we can't get Kid Cudi, so we getting Drake. I mean, we couldn't get Kanye, so we getting Drake. Because then that's I feel like a fair trade. Like, I feel like, okay, I wouldn't be, if I was a person in the crowd, I'd be like, okay, I really want to see Kanye, but I wouldn't be as mad, and I wouldn't want to throw water at Drake. You know what I'm saying?
No,
as
I'm
much
saying,
as it.
I'm saying what you're saying. I get. I'm pretty sure there was people in that crowd that was definitely frustrated and mad that Kanye didn't show up, and obviously even more so. You know what I'm trying to say with this situation, even more so. We're gonna get into it in a little bit, but that probably also played a role in it too. We're gonna talk about that too, but I'm pretty sure there's people frustrated, like and whatnot. But I still think that
I'm not saying I condone water being drunk. I just want to make it clear to whoever's watching this. I don't want to say that I condone water being thrown at Kid Cudi or like him being harmed, because a bottle of water being thrown at the speed that it was being thrown, it could hurt somebody. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
that shit hurt. That shit looked like it hurt. When I seen
it did. It did, because he I don't know if you realize, but he stopped for a second. He caught himself like.
And now, cause you know what the fuck? Like, I'm pretty sure he's in the, he getting in the zone. He's starting to perform, getting in the zone. He just got rocked. Like, time out, hold up. That shit, I'm pretty sure that shit hurt.
But with that being said, I get people's frustrations. I paid my money to see this fucking particular artist. That's like you telling me Beyonce's gonna perform somewhere, and then all of a sudden now it's Doja Cat. I want my money back, or I'm mocking the bitch on the stage. I'm throwing a bottle of water on the bitch on the stage because I just don't feel like it's a fair trade. I'm just saying, as a consumer who bought tickets for a particular person, right? I'll be honest. And then you take that person away, or something happens where that person can't perform no more. And I read the guidelines of rolling out. You can't get your money back. So you pay your money for this particular artist, and then you don't even get to see this artist.
Yeah, that's what I know. I completely understand the point you're making, but the way I'm also looking at it is like, shit, you paid money, like at least get something out of it. Don't fuck up the whole.
But see, I wouldn't want to get, if I don't listen to that person. Like I just gave you the example. If Beyonce was performing at Rolling Loud, and then all of a sudden now it's Doja Cat, I don't get any benefits from that. I don't like Doja Cat. I don't listen to Doja Cat music. So now I spent my money, good money, on these tickets, and now I don't even get to see the performance. So yes, I'm not saying it's okay they threw the water bottle, but what I'm saying to you is I understand their frustration and why they threw the water bottle. I'm just saying.
It's more to the frustration, but we're gonna get to that. But speaking of water, like Roland had all types of water incidents. One of the more viral clips of Roland Loud also was, you don't know her by now, but Brittney Renner. She works Roland Loud. She does interviews. She does interviews and whatnot. So I guess supposedly she was enjoying herself, chilling, dancing. And in the midst of her dancing, a random fan said something about "I love PJ." For those who don't know, that's the father of her child, and obviously they had a relationship that didn't fall apart. Also, PJ is also a player who plays in the NBA. PJ Washington. I forgot his last name for the last second, but in the midst of that, I guess she heard them words and it triggered her, and she got it all up in the fan's face. And there was a little exchange, but I didn't really see. I feel like the obviously the fan wasn't really saying nothing, but being funny, but he wasn't really saying nothing. And Brittney Renner goes, chucks a whole thing of water on the fan, and then in the midst of that, the fan chucked his water right back at her. But also, security did their job. They got her out that situation. So, no, I'm saying, like, as soon as it went that way, they pulled her away, and they went and got to the guy. But in that situation, who do you felt? You felt the fan was wrong? Do you feel Brittney was wrong? Was anyone wrong in the situation? How do you feel?
Brittney was wrong. If you watch the whole clip, Brittney's manager at some point tries to pull her away. And I guess Brittney like shrugs her off, right? And then goes to lick the person, right? I feel like you have to have a very hard skin to work in the industry. And him saying that he loves PJ, again, we have talked about Brittney a year ago. She's the one who like dated this basketball player for his money, and then once he got on, remember, I don't know if you remember, we talked about her a while ago.
Well, we definitely did.
She's right. I think that this is the type of person she is, and I just feel like if it was, let's just say the gender roles were reversed, right, Johnny? Let's just say if he threw water on her, we would be digging him a hole to go lay in. But because it was her, it's like, oh, he was pushing her buttons. Yeah, she could have walked away at any point, at any time. He couldn't. That was his spot. He paid for this concert. Again, we go back to the consumer. He paid for this concert. She, on the other hand, could have walked away at any time, Johnny, and said, fuck you, and walked away. And just, you get what I'm saying to you? It could have been dead right there. You decided to sit there when you were supposed to be basically moving with the crowd. You decided to stay there and entertain this shit and then throw water on him and then got mad when he threw water back. Like, I don't know nobody, woman or male, who's just going to stand there and let you throw water at them. Do you know anybody like that? Because I surely don't.
Yeah, of course. It's like, it was like, you know what I'm trying to say? It also, it could have been worse because at least he had, like, his drink was water. He could have, because at that point, he probably threw whatever drink he had in his hand, he probably threw it at her, and it would have been worse. At least it was water, you know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
She did it first. What if he didn't have water? And he probably would have, he would definitely, you threw water on me, whatever drink in my hand, and, throw it back at her. But I definitely think she overdid it. She didn't have to do all that. It's like, okay, then
let's just say he would have mushed her. Let's just say, like, let's be honest, right? Let's just say he didn't have water, and at some point he just wanted, like, she threw the water and he mushed her ass. Like, I hate, this is what I dislike. I dislike you do something to me and how I handle it is how, is what people judge. Do you want to explain that? So, like, let's say I do something to you, right? And how you handle that situation is you being judged. When it should be
my reaction.
Right. Instead of the action that led up to your reaction should be judged. So people judging him for reacting to what she did is stupid. I'm sorry, Johnny. It's just stupid.
Yeah, but still, I definitely feel like she was definitely wrong. Like, again, I guess the father of her child is a trigger word for her. I don't know the full details of their relationship and what went on in their relationship. But it's like, because he said that, obviously he said that probably, to troll her. He said that, yes. But it's like, I'm saying, but it's like, damn, like, I would have understood he would say something more, a little more slick or disrespectful for you to cause that. But he said that, I guess.
Even so, Johnny, you have the right, you as being the one that's famous, she had every right to walk away. Because she wasn't going to lose her spot in the concert. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he said it, but she still could. The manager grabbed her and was telling her, like, you don't need to do this. And she still decided to stand there and do it. To me, that's just childish, and it just shows, like, yo, you was looking for any little thing to pop off. And those kind of things I don't understand. I just don't understand.
Yeah, it wasn't even that much. I would say not that much a serious situation, but obviously it went viral. But for the fan who probably paid money to go to the show, he probably did end up getting kicked out. There's probably a good chance he probably did get kicked out the show.
No, they said he did.
Oh, so that's very unfortunate on his part. Cause it's like, so it's like, boom. Say, it went differently. Say it wasn't a female, but it was like a thing, and there's an exchange, and let's just say it's a male performer, and the male performer swings on said fan, but fan, swings back in defense. The fan deserves to get kicked out, or if for defending.
I'm just saying. You pay good money for that shit. Like that shit is crazy to me.
It's very unfortunate for the fan, It's very unfortunate for the fan, but again, like I said, I don't know what's the status or what the details of her relationship and what was going on, but it seemed like that was a trigger word for her, and she was definitely triggered by it, and it became a viral clip. But we're gonna move on to another situation where the headliner that was supposed to headline, but backed out last minute, but still ended up showing up. So Mr. West, Kanye, Yeezy, Ye. Oh, I forgot. He changed it for him to be, I forgot the whole name change. He wants to be addressed as Ye. So my guy Ye pulls up during the Dirk set and performs. So for the most part, people got to see Ye perform. They got to see it, but they didn't get to see him headline, but they got to see him perform. Which that's why I said we'll touch on it a little bit later. I think that definitely also probably played a role in what happened with the headliner, Kid Cudi, is, they still showed up, performed, but people didn't get all the stuff that they expected from like a headline. If for a headline, his set probably would have been in the range of 30 minutes and plus, 30 plus minute range performance. Most definitely probably would have got at least 30 plus minutes, 35, 40 minutes minimum if he was the headliner. And he still showed up. So I guess that must have, fans were probably most likely hyped, but also still left with wanting more. Do you think him still showing up played a role in what happened with the headline? Or that's question one. Question two, you think he still should have showed up even though he backed out as the headline? Should have still showed up or just let it be? So yeah, just answer the first question.
So first question, no, I don't think that had anything to do with the Kid Cudi situation. I think Kid Cudi situation was gonna happen no matter what. I don't think that had anything to do with it. That's answer to question one. Question two, it's a little bit more difficult because we don't know why he backed out or why Rolling Loud did it. Because we don't know the situation prior to that, it's so hard to speak on it, right? So if we would have known, like, okay, Kanye backed out, then yeah, if Kanye backed out just because Kanye backed out, then yes, I don't think he should have showed up. I think he should have just sat down. But if Rolling Loud and him both came up and then Rolling Loud was like, you know what, I think you should sit down or sit out for this, then I would have showed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it comes to the perspective of who backed out of the concert. So if it was Kanye who backed out and told them, like, I'm not going to perform at Rolling Loud, then yes, I think he shouldn't have gone because it just seems stupid to me. Like, why would you have backed out then? You should have just made it to. But again, I don't know if that had anything to do with Travis Scott. When they told him that Travis Scott couldn't perform.
Well, I think somebody brought Travis Scott out. Travis Scott was brought out.
Because remember, Travis Scott was supposed to headline first. Wasn't he?
I think it's one of the things, someone definitely brought out Travis Scott. Oh, I think Future brought out Travis Scott during his set. Future brought out Travis Scott during his set. So I knew someone brought Travis Scott out, but That probably weighed on Ye. Ye probably was like, oh, you're not gonna let him perform. He probably weighed that decision, his decision to not perform or not to headline. Probably weighed that, but he still showed up. But Rolling Loud had some interesting moments. Chef Scott was brought out. Obviously, Kanye showed up during the Lil Durk set. Kid Cudi.
The way he was dressed was stupid. Can you get your mans, please?
Listen,
why he keep going to these places like that? His fat ass. Get your mans.
He do what he do. I don't know what that was, but he do what he do.
Get your mans. Tell him if he's gonna show up at these kind of events to show up correctly.
It's Ye. Do what you want. Man.
So because he's Ye, he gets to do whatever the fuck he. Nah, man, that's some bullshit. Nah, y'all can't keep using that excuse because he's Ye. He needs to come correct. Like, I'm tired of seeing his ugly ass dressed like this. It's stupid.
But in terms of how he dresses, this is living life. He dresses however he wants to dress.
No, it's not the way he wants to dress. It's certain things you need to be dressed like professionally.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but yeah, do what he do, man.
Y'all gonna let Ye keep getting away with shit. Whatever.
That's not true. But I'm just talking about in terms of just dressing. It was different, but I don't know what that was, but that's what he do. So we're gonna transition from Rolling Loud. We're gonna keep it music. So this Friday, certain someone's album is dropping this Friday, and this certain someone dropped their track list. So how you feeling?
We already know how I'm feeling. We already know what I'm feeling. We already know I'm excited. I'm a beehive. I'm super excited. I'm waking up extra early on Friday, even though I'll be up at 5:30 usually. I'm gonna wake up at 5, so I can take a shower and be able to start listening as early as 6:30. That's the goal, to be honest. I'm super excited. I'm nervous at the same time because I want some melodies on there and Break My Soul. And some of the titles seem like it's gonna be like Break My Soul, like a lot of them, and I want some real nice ballads and some nice love songs and R&B.
So you think it's gonna be a little more thing to how there's no the songs on the albums don't cater to how not cater, but it's gonna be more similar to Break My Soul.
Yeah, I do, and I'm a little nervous for that because I've been waiting for a nice R&B Beyonce album to drop, and I'm so nervous that's not what I'm gonna get this time. And to be honest, I'm gonna be very honest. If I don't get it, I don't know. Some of the titles looked a little bit off to me, so hopefully she gives me some kind of R&B and sprinkle some of her fairy dust on it, and so I can Are you excited for it?
Me, I'm gonna listen to it, but I'm not. All levels of joys of her album release is not the same.
Where's your level at? Is it 7, 7.5, 8?
5.5, 6.
No, hell nah. Get the fuck out of here. Get the
5.5, 6.
5 and 6. You so fucking disrespectful to the queen.
Disrespectful.
5 and 6. That's it. 5 and 6.
You don't know.
At least
your number's not even on the scale.
It's not. But I don't expect your number to be on the scale. But I expect your number to be. I expect your number to be 7, 8. 5 and 6 is a little low, Johnny. She really hasn't put out music in a while. This is about to be exciting. Queen Bee is back.
I'm pretty sure her music's gonna be played everywhere. So it's like, you know,
Of course it is, Johnny.
you'll hear that song, whatever's on that album, you're gonna hear it in many, many places.
Pretty much.
Definitely, and we know we should, when the album drop, we do a little album review for next week's episode.
Oh, you already know. We're gonna talk about that shit. That shit might take up the whole episode.
We definitely.
Listen, I'm ready, Johnny. My nails are ready for her. I'm drenching bees and stuff. I'm ready for her. I'm so like looking forward to her. You get what I'm saying? Like she makes my heart like beat. Like I'm excited. I'm super excited. Like
that's, you know, that's the artist that you rock with, so you're super excited. So, but yeah, we'll see. So, you know, that Thursday midnight's almost here.
I might stay up to Thursday. I might stay up to midnight. But I do have to be at work the next day, so.
But you're just taking like 3 tracks.
No, Johnny, if I start listening to her, I'm gonna have to finish it. Okay? Okay.
Like,
this is not. This ain't like, Dojo Cat. This ain't Dojo Cat.
I mean, Doja Cat is dope.
Okay.
First,
Summer Walker is better than Dojo Cat, but you ain't ready for that discussion yet.
I'm ready for all discussions. I'm just saying, you know, it's all opinions. I never said who was better than who.
Because you ain't gotta say it. We all know it.
No, but everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And, you know, let them all be great. Let them do what they all do. We don't gotta compare.
We only have one greatness right now, and that's yes. Go ahead, Johnny.
So we're going to transition from this. So Animals Gone Wild. So we had 2 crazy animal stories in the past week. One more crazier than the other, but the other one's still kind of crazy too. But it both stories ended in tragedy. They both ended in lots of tragedy. But the first story was so I think was it India? In India, a monkey kidnaps.
So guys, last week in India, a monkey took a baby, kidnapped a baby, and actually threw the baby off the roof.
3 stories high, which is very unfortunate.
Right. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, reading the story initially, because I think India, like, monkeys are like in the city part, which is normal. But if you read the article, Johnny, they say that he thought he was being playful. So this wasn't even like like the monkey being vedetic. It was just the monkey being playful. But my question to you, Johnny, is should they not allow monkeys in the city part, knowing that monkeys can get violent and it's still a wild animal? Should they allow them in the city part with around these kids and these infants?
I don't know. That's because as you read the article, it definitely says a posse of notorious monkeys. So it's like when they usually are up to no good or fucking with the people that live and the city that this took place in. So it's like, when you see them, turn the other way, make a fly.
But that's what I'm saying to you. Should they allow these monkeys? Should they have them off the city grounds as much as they can around these infants, because they still are wild animals?
No, I understand that, but I think it's based off how the city is built. Maybe the city's not as, like how our city is. So it's like,
right.
There's no like woods or forest or anything. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right, but that's what I'm saying to you. Do you think that they should try everything in their power to keep these particular monkeys out of their city?
No, I was getting to the response. They could try, but I think that's probably what plays a role in it in like these small cities, because it's like everything else would be knocking down like the natural jungle, forest, of their location, and that's where the monkeys obviously live. So it's like it's so close. It's like they jump out the tree, they're gonna jump right on top of you. You probably have to walk through certain shit, and you're gonna see the monkeys on the trees and whatnot. That's what I'm saying. So basically, how they travel and whatnot is probably you see the monkeys on an everyday basis. You just hope they don't fuck with you that day. That's what I'm saying. Like versus how our city is or any other city in like America is. It's not true. Like it's like you don't gotta worry about animals. You know, unless you go to like a real rural part of America where it's like when you're traveling like through those parts, you're gonna see some type of animal. But I guess that's probably how the city's constructed. It's just probably like regular town, but it's like in the middle of the jungle, and they just cross paths. So like they on a light daily basis they cross paths. They could, like I said, they could try, but I think that's probably what probably is the reason why they haven't tried anything yet. I'm pretty sure this story, which is a sad, tragic story, I'm pretty sure there's other stories that we ain't never heard about that's taking place worse, far worse. But it's probably just how the city is built. So it's like they could do much, but they probably won't do because they don't want to damage like the natural environment. The city happen they happen to live in. So I think that definitely plays a role in trying to prevent that, because but
no, I get it.
But it's just sad. Like reading it just sounds like crazy because it said the parents try to run from the monkey, and the pops who had the child in his hand slipped, and in the midst of him slipping going up the stairs, the baby fell from his arms, and that's when the monkeys just snatched the baby with the quickness. But it's like reading that story is like, is this real? It's like, was this story real? Read this story, but sad, tragic, and then condolences to that family. But that was one of the crazy stories I've read. Monkeys kidnapping babies, and then we had another story like within like a day or two after the monkey story broke. So this woman goes camping. I forgot this took place in the States. A woman goes camping. She sees a bear. She scares the bear off from her camp. She scares the bear. He comes back and kills her. Which I'm like, in the midst of me just reading these stories, I'm like, yo, what's going on? Why are these animals tripping right now? But I read that, I'm like, yo, she scared the bear off. The bear waited an hour, or probably never really left the vicinity. Came back. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how people camp. I know people enjoy camping and whatnot, but once I see
the bear I would have never scared the bear. The bear would have been happy. I would have been dead.
Nah, like when I look at it, I would have just been, I see a bear. Yeah, it's time to pack things up and get up out of here. I would have definitely hightailed it out of here. Well, I don't know. But yeah, this is very unfortunate.
I see a bear once, it's over for me.
Not necessarily no mean.
Because because that means there's other bears in that vicinity.
That's possible. What I'm saying is also doesn't mean the bear's definitely gonna attack you. No,
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying there's other bears in the vicinity, and I'm not gonna keep trying my luck with other motherfucking bears. Take me home.
But people love going camping, and it's just one of those. Obviously, people are not gonna stop going camping. People are gonna continue to go camping, and obviously, when you go camping,
I don't do camping.
You're putting yourself in their environment because that's where they live. That's their home. So it's not like that's where they live. That's what they home. That's their home. That's where they travel. So it's not like they're doing anything wrong. They're just living their day, walking around, looking for food, or doing their daily activities. But it's just a very unfortunate situation.
It is. It really was. Reading that one was sad too.
No, definitely.
You go to camping, you don't really think of like, okay, I'm gonna die on this trip. It was really sad to read that one. Just like it was sad to read about the baby you know.
Yeah, it's definitely, definitely a sad situation, but, but, but and what makes it worse is like I feel like going camping is something fun to do in the zone, but it's just like you gotta deal with that danger. And obviously, it's probably not stuff like that's not gonna happen all the time, but there's always that whatever chance of it, something like
Is
that.
that what if? Is
Yeah.
that always that what if?
There's always a what if, because like, what are the chances of some shit like that really happening? But stuff like that probably happens from time to time. But it's just very unfortunate. And there's just two crazy stories. You got monkeys kidnapping babies, bears getting scared away, and then coming back like
Right.
on some revenge type thing, or like, yeah, you thought you scared me, and like it's crazy. And condolences to both families that lost a
Yes.
loved one during the situation, but. Yeah, that was just two crazy animal stories in this past week, and I just felt like we had to touch on that because even though tragic, it was something I felt like was interesting topic to talk about.
Right.
But both sad, tragic endings of both. And we're gonna transition to one of the more biggest stories that's been going on in New York City. For those who don't know, we covered this maybe like two episodes ago. ASO, but we're talking about the bodega worker who was confronted by customer's boyfriend, and the customer's boyfriend got physical with the bodega worker.
Right.
In the midst of him getting physical with the bodega worker was able to get hands on his knife, used it in self-defense, and he ended up killing the person that got aggressive with him in self-defense. He was charged with murder when it first happened, but New York City officially dropped the murder charges
Right.
against him. Fair call or not fair call? What you think?
To be honest, Johnny, I didn't understand why he got murder charges in the first place. I was a bit confused, right? Because it's the same thing as if you went into a store, right, with a gun and you hold that person up and they shoot you with their gun that they are licensed to carry. You wouldn't be charged with with murder. You'd be charged with self-defense, or not even charged. It'll be self-defense. So I didn't understand why they were charging him with murder. But from what I understood, it was because like he used a forced, he used a because they say the forces gotta be matched, right? So if you come to hurt me with a knife, I need to defend myself with a knife. You can't come to me with a knife and I shoot you. Like, you get what I'm saying? They find that what they call that.
So what?
I forgot what's the name of that, but I can't come with self-defense with a gun if you attack me with a knife. It has to match. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about in New York.
Yeah.
Well, New York don't really got self-defense laws. There's not really many self-defense laws in New York.
I think that's one of them, Johnny.
But there's states that got the stand your ground law. So it's like if you attack with whatever you attack with, someone could meet you with deadly force and stand your ground state. But yeah, so it's like New York don't really have self-defense laws. The laws in New York are a little different.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's different.
But like I said, New York self-defense, because New York already got strict gun laws in itself. So if you defend yourself with a gun, chances are you still might end up going to jail. You may not catch a murder charge, but you still get your permit to carry in New York. But using it in the defense of yourself, you still might end up catching some type of jail time in New York. Because New York does not, it doesn't have a system built of self-defense.
Right.
But it's that whole bodega situation is definitely a very unfortunate situation. But I also felt that the bodega worker acted in self-defense. I don't think his intent was his intent wasn't to kill, was to defend himself, and that just happened to be, the unfortunate outcome in that confrontation. Something that could have been very avoidable and didn't need to happen. Another unfortunate tragic situation because a man definitely lost his life, even though he was the aggressor. He lost his life. It's basically something meaningless, but it sucks. But I felt that situation was self-defense situation, and
right. I mean, you can't expect to go into certain places and walk through certain doors and think that it's okay for you to bully someone or for you to attack someone. They're just supposed to sit there and take the attack. With that being said, that just doesn't make sense to me. So I don't think he should have been convicted of murder, or even that was so dumb. The guy went in there with every intent to attack that guy. I don't care what anybody says. He did.
He went across the counter, and then that's like
right. I just don't think he was expecting that guy to have a weapon, but he went in there expecting to attack that man.
Unfortunately, yeah. But again, I do think it was a case of self-defense, but it just had an unfortunate outcome. Best wishes to all parties involved. One family lost a loved one. Another family has to deal with the the aftermath of everything. They will have to live with.
Again, the bodega man still lost it because he's not going to be able to go back to that particular block or that particular store and work there. The family still is around the corner. And I doubt they're going to allow him to stay there and, prosper there when
most likely he's going to have to move out and go live somewhere else.
Right.
Most definitely.
So.
But we're gonna transition to something much lighter, but might for some people bring tears to their eyes when they.
It brought tears to my eyes. I ain't gonna even lie.
When they see the movie shit, the trailer probably brought some people, made some people tear because the trailer was dope. Dope trailer, and people don't know. Comic-Con is going on, famous San Diego Comic-Con, and you know how Marvel be. But in San Diego Comic-Con, they come with the heat. They drop the trailers. They drop the announcements. They got this. They got movies planned till 2025, 2026. They got a whole slate of movies just planned out. But one of the more interesting trailers, footage, or announcements that came from Comic-Con from Marvel was Black Panther 2. Black Panther 2 is going to be called Wakanda Forever. Set to be released November of this year. I think it said November 22nd. November 22nd of this year. But obviously, watching it, you see that they're going to touch on it. So for those, everyone knows, obviously, Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, King T'Challa passed away in 2020 with his battle with cancer. And people didn't know what the route they was going to go with the Black Panther movie. But seeing like from the bits and pieces of what they gave us in the trailer, it seems like they're going to officially, I don't want to say kill the character off, but the character is going to pass within the story. And it looks like they're going to, honor his name, but they're going to write his character out. Like his character looks like it's going to pass away because in one of the scenes when Angela Bassett's character is addressing the United Nations, she says she lost everything. She lost, and in that she's referring to the husband that got killed in Captain America: Civil War, and then obviously she's hitting that they're gonna basically T'Challa's character is gonna die, or He's like they're gonna do some type of memorial or something. His character, the character T'Challa, character that Chadwick played, is gonna pass. And obviously, they're probably gonna have like a big funeral for him to honor his family. So it's gonna be sad. Obviously, there's people that wish that they could keep the character alive. Because they felt like that character is an important part of the Marvel, MCU, and just the Marvel universe in general. But then there's people that don't want to, like Chadwick was the black, he was T'Challa, so it's like.
Yeah, I don't think you could get anybody to replace him.
Not now. I think it'll be too soon. I think they could recast, but it'll be too soon.
I think it's just gonna be a very long time, but. Again, I think it's going to be one of those beautiful moments where Black people come together again for this particular movie, especially now that he's passed, and it's going to be a moment, and I'm super excited for that moment. Like, not the moment where we see, but just like to have that moment where we get, because again, we ultimately grieve Chad, but I think this is the best way to grieve him. I think he took Black Panther and made it his.
Oh, yeah, it was a surreal moment when him passing. It's going to make it more real.
It's going to make it more real, but I think it's like, like how people have funerals and stuff like that for somebody. I think this is like the most beautiful funeral for Chad. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the way they're gonna do this is just gonna be beautiful. So I'm excited to see how they keep his memory alive, how they honor him and as Black Panther. There's not more to it. We want to see him be honored, and I feel like they're gonna do it beautifully.
I think so. It's just like, damn. Because at this point, it's like, what could have, like, one fans just thinking, like, it could have been. It's just unfortunate. He was in Infinity War. He was in Infinity War. He was in Endgame. And he first showed up in Captain America Civil War. And he was in, obviously, his own Black Panther movie. So at least he had 4 appearances with T'Challa. So some fans may not think it was enough, but at least he was able to give us 4 outings as the Black Panther. And it's like, damn.
Right.
And obviously, for whoever becomes a Black Panther next, even if they don't recast, there's gonna be some type of pressure of living up to him. Unfortunately, it's not their fault. What I'm trying to say? It's not their fault.
Right. It's not their fault. But it's just
go on.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, he was Black Panther, and to me, he's still Black Panther. So
the character it's gotta go on, but yeah,
it's gonna be good just to see what they're gonna do with who's next up for.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna go with the sister. I think that's the route. I know everyone got predictions and whatnot. I think they're gonna go with the sister. I think the sister is gonna step up and she's gonna become the Black Panther.
But again, it's gonna be good to see who they really choose at the end.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I'm super excited. Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super anxious to see now.
So you look how they did the trailer. They only show one glimpse of the Black Panther throughout the whole trailer. They showed everything that's going on. They showed all the other characters, and you just see that one shot of basically Black Panther's legs. So you don't really see the full body. You see the legs, like the lower body. So they knew what they were doing.
And it's right around Thanksgiving, and so it's gonna be good to see again how they played this. I'm just excited. I'm excited. And his birthday's in November, so I don't know if they did that on purpose, if they, releasing it in November in memory of him, which is actually dope. Because his birthday's in November. Yeah, his birthday's November 29th.
Oh, yeah, November 29th. November 29th, and Black Panther will be out November 11th, 2022.
That's dope. I think that's beautiful. That's a beautiful way to honor him. Have it around his birthday. I think that's beautiful. I think.
Yeah, imagine if they was able to drop it on his exact birthday. That would probably be crazy.
Yeah, I don't listen. I don't really do premieres, but for that, I'm definitely trying to get tickets for me and my family to go see it on premiere night. Like,
His birthday falls on the Tuesday this year. So that's probably number. Imagine they would have lined up perfectly. At least they got the birthday month, which I feel like is also dope. That probably was also planned. Like it was put it in his birthday month.
right,
They probably took that to consideration. I could be just,
like, like I said, Johnny. I usually don't do premieres, same night premiere, but I would definitely be uh trying to get my family tickets for the premiere.
I'm pretty sure them tickets is gonna be a hot commodity. That's definitely something that's gonna sell out. Obviously, we've been dealing with this whole pandemic, but that could definitely be something where I could see that's gonna have the movie theater packed out. Like,
Yeah,
full packed out, and everyone's gonna be in there watching it.
that's okay. Yeah, we'll see it.
But the countdown begins November 11th.
For real. We out.
It's definitely gonna be dope. Definitely dope. We're gonna transition to something that went viral last week, and everyone seemed to have an opinion on it. So one of the more popular artists in this world, who recently dropped an album a couple of weeks back, Chris Brown, he was charging fans $1,000 for meet and greet, and a lot of these fans looked like they was having the dopest pictures with Chris Breezy, and like they was having some dope ass pictures, and like they enjoyed themselves. Do you think he was overcharging, or you feel
Hell nah.
it was just right, or he should have charged more? Shit.
He should have charged more. Did you see those pictures? They were prom pictures. If I could get some prom pictures with Chris Brown, I'll be fucking paying $1,500.
Yeah.
Think about it, Johnny. Think about it. Think about one artist that you would have loved to take prom pictures with. All jokes aside, think about one artist you would have loved to take prom pictures with, and then put a cost on it.
Oh no, price wise, I don't know. Prom pictures.
Come on, Johnny. Name one artist that you would have loved to take prom pictures with.
One artist to take prom pictures with. Trying to think. I'm gonna do it for you. I take some prom pictures with Doja Cat, Brie.
Really, Johnny? All right. So if you were to take pictures with Doja Cat, right, and she was charging, what would you have paid? But let's say if she was just charging.
Like, speaking, if I was like an OD fan of hers, like I am a fan of hers, but I'm not like one of those fans.
So then you can't use her. You gotta use somebody. No, you can't. You can't use her. You can't use her, Johnny. You gotta use somebody. These women love Chris Brown. This is the problem. See,
yeah, but it was only women that took pictures with her.
Yeah, but women are more willing to pay $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 because of.
Women was on. Yeah, I agree with you. What you're saying. Women are probably gonna be the first ones. $1,000 just to meet him. Have my money. Yes, I agree with you. But I'm saying it wasn't only women that took pictures with him though. That's what I'm saying. If you was a fan, like if that's someone you're really a fan of, and you think you got like whatever price range it is, you think you got it. For that experience, it looked like the way the pictures came out, like it was like who knows how it went. It could have been like a dap, take this picture and bounce. But the way them pictures came out, it looked like shit. They had like a whole side conversation or a dap up whole side conversation. Let's take this picture. It's just the picture makes the whole experience look better than I don't know what the experience was, but the way the pictures came out, it looked like everyone enjoyed it. It
was prom pictures.
I'm saying because realistically, it could have just been like, yo, a handshake, take the picture and bounce. But the way those pictures came out, shit, it like they had a blast. That's just me speaking from looking at the picture. So I feel like for those that paid for that, got their money's worth. Because obviously they're fans and whatnot, they got their money's worth. They met someone they love and everything. What will be one artist that you would do it for, right?
We already know.
Besides that,
No, I would do it for. I would do it for her, of course, Beyonce, and I would definitely do it for Chris Brown too, or Drake. I would pay to take properties with them.
you know, I do feel like artists do. It's not like this is new. Artists do meet and greets. It's just the way these pictures came out. Just and then obviously the way the pictures came out and people.
But see, I feel like these were prom pictures, so I'm gonna say if I had a chance, I probably wouldn't do prom pictures with Beyonce. I would request right just some like hood pictures, hood rap pictures for Beyonce. But for Chris Brown and Drake, I would request like prom pictures. I'm not gonna lie, and I probably wouldn't see Beyonce. I'll be willing to pay anything. Like she say a price,
Look,
I'm willing to.
Price is probably gonna be
right, and that's what I'm saying. If I had the money, there would be no price for me. This is a moment I will remember for the rest of my life.
Her price might be a whole different asking price.
You're not listening. If I had the money,
a lot of clear, but I'm putting a disclaimer out there for the little bit of viewers we get that her price is most likely going to be.
It doesn't matter because price is her price. You get what I'm saying to you? The same way I would pay for like. I would pay Janet Jackson's price too.
Janet's a good one. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, if Janet came somewhere I was at, right, and she was like, "I'll take a picture with you for this amount." If I had it, I would give it and take a picture with her. She's one of those icons that you be like, "Oh, I got a picture with."
She's definitely an icon. You know what I'm trying to say? That's definitely an icon.
You know what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying? And if Michael Jackson was alive, I would definitely. Those are people that I would definitely. There would be no amount. You get what I'm saying to you?
Shit, I don't know. Michael could do a meet and greet. No way.
I'm just saying if he was alive and he did do it.
No, I'm not saying because he passed, he can't do it. I'm saying his level of stardom, like how big he was.
You don't know what he could do. He invited little kids to his house. Listen, all I'm saying to you is if he was doing a meet and greet, he's one of those people that I will pay. Chris and Drake, there'll be a price limit. I wouldn't go crazy like it.
So
$1,000 for both of them. I would do.
$1,000 for Chris Brown, you're not doing it?
I would do 1,000.
Okay.
See, I don't think Beyonce would charge 1,000. I think she would charge more than 1,000.
That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm saying.
But right, but that's what I'm saying. But I would do it for Beyonce. I would pay whatever she wants. But if Chris came to me and be like, "Oh, it's 2,500," nah, nigga, you better go back to 1,000. And Drake the same shit. Like I would pay to take a picture with her, but I wouldn't pay a large amount. That's OD. I wouldn't do that for them.
But like I said, it brought up the conversation because of the price range. But then again, people was looking at the pictures and seeing how it came out, and people was like, "Oh shit!" Like shit, it might have been worth it. Like the way the pictures came
right.
out.
When I saw, I got a little jealous. I'm like, "Wait, why is Chris Brown taking prom pictures with these old ass women?" And then I was reading, I'm like, "Oh, they paid for it. Oh, okay, makes sense."
But yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, but that's what I'm saying is like. That's why it sparked conversations. Obviously, people see prices like, "Whoa, I don't know about that." But then people see how the pictures came out. It's like, damn, might have been worth the experience. But
right,
shout out to Breezy for doing meet and greet with his fans, and I'm pretty sure his fans enjoyed every second of it and gonna love and cherish those pictures that they got. With probably can't speak for all of them, but for most of them, that's probably their favorite artist all time.
Right. I mean,
we'll transition to a segment that we do usually on ASO. We call it what we're watching, what we're listening to. We usually do it separately, but we're gonna do both combined, just in case we don't got nothing to watch right now. Because summertime, sometimes we having shows, but don't really be having shows. Not all the time. There'll be a couple, but that fall. Winter, spring, that's when the shows really be out and about. But there'll still be some shows and some shows, but I just feel like those 3 seasons is like the main big seasons for shows. So, read what you're currently watching or what you listen
Well,
to.
I don't really watch shows. I mean, I watch 90 Day Fiance with my husband, but I don't really watch shows. But what I do love to watch is the Murder Cases podcasts. I love to watch that.
Oh, we watch stuff like that too. Yeah, like
I love
podcasts.
Murder Cases. Yes, Murder Cases podcast. There's two I love. One is that she does like makeup while
You know, it's crazy. I know what you're talking about. Her YouTube popped up like I watched videos, so it popped up like my recommendations. I don't know her name. I know what you're talking about.
right. And she is amazing. I love watching her. And there's another one that he's not like just a murder mystery. If you want to go see him, he does like weird shit. So like disappearances and like UFO shit and shit like that. Shit like shit that's weird. Like it's not only like murder cases, it's just like weird shit that's happened. And he is just so like to me,
What's the channel called?
Hold on, I'm gonna get it for you right now.
I definitely watched a couple.
His name is Mr. Ballin, MRB.
Mr. Ballin, I definitely watched his shit.
You do too? I love him.
Mr. Ballin, yeah, I watch his videos.
It be some weird shit. I mean, some weird.
He does missing, he does murder, he does crime, missing, and he does the supernatural.
Yes, and I love it. Oh, yeah. I love it. I mean, I can't listen to it before I go to bed, but I love it. Like.
That's crazy, Bree, that you watch that. I never watched Mr. Ballin.
I do too. I love him. I love him.
I'll say another one that I watched that's kind of similar to Mr. Ballin, but he doesn't do like the supernatural. He kind of does something different every now and then, but his is more like criminal minded. Like his is like crimes. There's a YouTube channel called That Chapter. That Chapter. He got a couple of good videos too. You enjoy it. If you watch Mr. Ballin, you enjoy That Chapter. That's the name of his channel.
Okay.
That chapter. There's a female I watched too.
If anybody watched Kendall Ray.
Oh yeah, I watched Kendall Ray. I watched Kendall Ray too. that's
She's really good. Her and her husband have a pod that they do together.
Yeah, they do it together. Yeah, I see.
Love it.
Yeah, nah, her shows be dope too. I definitely do watch that shit. That's crazy. You watch the same YouTube video, but you should watch That Chapter. That Chapter, that's some good videos.
I love it. Tell me like, what the hell are you listening to? And I'll be like, yo, this shit is good. Listen to this. And then we be listening together. He'd be like, what the hell? It's really, really good though. I like it. No, Bailey Saren. That's her name.
Who?
The one that she does the makeup and mystery. Bailey Saren.
Okay, her video definitely popped up.
Watch her too. I mean, the thing is you don't like makeup, but she does. But her, like, the way she delivers the murder cases would be fantastic. I think you have to have a perfect voice to do murder cases on pod. Because most of the time people are not watching you, they just listening to you.
So I got two more that I watched like in the thing with those. One is more similar to Mr. Ballin. They do like horror stories and like you know what I'm trying to say, right. Like all around. The name of her channel is called Anna Solves. That's the name of her channel.
No, I've never heard.
I've watched a couple of her videos. It's similar to Mr. Ballin, but she also has like Anna Solves horror stories.
Okay.
So she has that in the mix. And there's another one, I think it's like Coffee House. And it's just like.
I heard of it, but the voice like bothers me. Again, when I listen to podcasts, your voice can't bother me. It can't irritate me.
I'll be watching Coffee House. It's Coffee House something, but I just remember it's Coffee House. But he does the criminal videos too.
But that's what I'm saying. His voice irritates me, so I haven't really sat down and watched it. Because again, I don't watch you. I just listen to you, and if your voice irritates me, I can't. Cute.
Oh, I know.
So
I hear what you're saying, but that's someone else I watched too. That's crazy. But yeah, you can check. But out of those, check out my guy that chapter. I've been watching that chapter for a minute now.
okay, gotcha. I'm gonna check it out.
But he got some good videos. He definitely got some good videos. And also you remember Alan from Berkeley, white boy Alan.
Oh yes, White Boy Island. Okay,
The person that does the channel looks just like him. He looks just like him. They look just alike.
that's cool. Do
I'm
they
like,
sound alike?
nah, they don't sound alike. They don't sound alike. He has like kind of an accent. That chapter.
Oh, Johnny, I can't do accents.
Nah, his accent's not that bad. It's not that
Okay.
bad. But you can tell he has an accent though.
Okay.
You know, it's not his shit is not strong, but you know it's there. But if
Okay.
you look at him, you'll see like they look just alike. They look just alike. Shit. What I'm watching now, I just started watching a show. HBO Max has dropped a new show called Rat.
Is that the? Oh, I thought that was the Game of Thrones.
Oh, the Game of Thrones show comes out. I think it comes out in August. The prequel, House of Dragon. I'm definitely gonna be watching that. So I'm definitely gonna be watching.
Well, I just finished watching Game of Thrones altogether.
Oh, the original. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on that?
It was violent as hell, but it was good. I'm not gonna lie, it was good.
It definitely is a show that picked up. So what was
Right.
the ending? You liked the ending? A lot of people was mixed on the ending.
She needed to die. I didn't mind that. I think she went crazy. To me personally, she went crazy.
That's understandable, but some people felt like it's fucked up that they did all that for her to make her go crazy at the end.
She went crazy herself. But again, I don't know. If my husband watches House of Dragons, I'll watch it with him. But I don't know if I watch it by myself.
I'll watch it. You know, they about to come out with more like Game of Thrones type series for HBO Max. They trying to like build like that's supposed to be like they trying to build like a Game of Thrones universe. They trying to do that. But like I said, HBO Max. There's a new show. I think Issa Rae. I don't know if she's a creator, an executive producer on the show. She could be both, or she could be like executive producer, someone that's take part of the show. But it's called Rap Shit.
Oh, okay.
And first 2 episodes came out, and I thought it was pretty dope. I watched the first 2 episodes. It's about 2 females. One's really trying to rap, and her friend sees it, and then they basically try to become like a rap group. So they both trying to rap. I think it's dope. All the first 2 episodes, I think it's gonna be a good show. I think HBO Max has a hit with that one, for the most part.
It doesn't sound good.
It sounds good though. It sounds good. You and Dash check it out. I probably enjoy it.
I'm good.
With that being said, that's a wrap on this brand new episode of No Shitty Pig Game Podcast. Your boy John, my co-host Bree, and we are out.